55 years after Willie G. Davidson penned the original FX Super Glide in 1971, an audacious factory custom that fused a Sportster front end with a big twin frame and sparked the entire custom cruiser genre, the Milwaukee brand has reached back into its vault and pulled out a limited edition tribute for 2026. The occasion, conveniently, is the 250th anniversary of the United States, giving Harley a patriotic peg on which to hang white onyx pearl paint, red and blue fender striping, and serialized plaques on 2,500 units worldwide. Whether this is genuine heritage celebration or premium nostalgia monetization dressed in star-spangled chrome is a question worth asking. Built on the modern Softail platform, the 2026 Super Glide wears its homage credentials prominently. The 5-gallon teardrop tank, chrome console, bright laced wheels, and chrome mini-ape handlebars recreate the fists in the wind silhouette that made the original a counterculture icon. Chrome, in fact, is generously applied across powertrain covers, air cleaner, exhaust, side covers, rear fender struts, signals, and headlamp, a level of finish that will delight traditionalists and dismay anyone who has ever tried to keep bright work gleaming through a Midwestern winter. The rear suspension is cleverly hidden beneath the seat to preserve the illusion of a vintage hardtail, while 49mm dual-bending valve forks and a rear monoshock with hydraulic preload adjustment quietly ensure that modern riders are not actually penalized for choosing style over substance. Under the tank console sits the Milwaukee 8 117 Classic V-twin, 1,923 cc of displacement, a 10.3:1 compression ratio, and a claimed output of 98 horsepower and 120 pounds-feet of torque. Harley has tuned this engine specifically for a flat torque curve, prioritizing streetable rideability over peak drama. It is a sensible brief for a machine likely to spend as much time rolling slowly through a Main Street parade as it does carving canyon roads. The single muffler and round air cleaner deliver what Harley describes as the distinctive Harley-Davidson sound quality, a marketing phrase that, to be fair, still means something real to a very large and loyal audience. Dunlop Harley-Davidson Series rubber handles the contact patches, while a 300mm single front disc and 292mm rear disc manage the stops. It is honest, competent iron, nothing more, nothing less. What the specification sheet reveals, however, is a motorcycle that is considerably more sophisticated than its period-correct aesthetics suggest. Tubeless laced wheels with TPMS, all LED lighting, a USB-C charging port, and a full suite of rider safety enhancements, cornering ABS, cornering traction control, and drag torque slip control, bring the Super Glide firmly into the present. 3 selectable ride modes, road, sport, and rain, allow the rider to tune the electronics package to prevailing conditions, which is a genuinely useful feature that the original 1971 model would have greeted with bafflement. The 5-inch console instrument blends an analog speedometer with an LCD multifunction display, threading the needle between old-school aesthetics and contemporary usability. In short, Harley has built a thoughtful, well-engineered motorcycle and then draped it in enough chrome and nostalgia to make buyers feel they are purchasing history rather than hardware. At $15,999 MSRP and limited to 2,500 serialized units, the 2026 Super Glide sits in an interesting commercial position. It is priced accessibly enough to tempt serious riders, yet exclusive enough to attract collectors who may never put meaningful miles on it.